Hello everyone, my name's Marah, and today's case is about 43-year-old Angela Craig, who was poisoned by her husband, James Craig. Just a quick reminder before I get started, I try to do the very best research and get the most accurate information I can for every single case that I cover. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's case. Angela Dawn Prey Craig was born on April 15th of 1979. She was said to be intelligent and energetic. She was a very dedicated and loving mother to her 6 kids. Angela loved animals even though she was allergic to most of them. Angela was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where she helped with many different positions, such as the choir director, teacher, youth organization leader. Her favorite, though, was working as a family history consultant. It was said that Angela was just the type of person that always showed up for people. Whether it be a wedding, a graduation, she always made sure she was where she needed to be. She married James Craig on December 18th of 1999, and they had been married for 23 years. And over the last 15 years, James, Angela, and their 6 kids have lived in Denver, Colorado. James started his dental practice in August of 2002, and it's located in Aurora, Colorado. He was said to be hardworking, deeply religious, and he came from a good family. It was said, though, their marriage had always been somewhat rocky, and that James had had multiple affairs and also was addicted to porn. 5 or 6 years ago, it was said that James had drugged Angela. So he said he drugged her so she wouldn't be able to stop him from ending his life. Angela also had told her sister multiple times over the years that she planned on leaving him, but every time she was ready to leave him and was done with it, he would convince her to stay. James was also on the verge of bankruptcy for the second time, and their finances were very low. And even though they were struggling with money, she had recently told her sister that James had taken a trip to Las Vegas where he gambled away $2,000. On Wednesday, March 15th of 2023, James gives Angela a ride to the hospital. He tells hospital staff that Angela had been suffering from headaches and was very dizzy. Other family members also said that she'd been complaining of these symptoms for multiple weeks. She also had been to the hospital 2 times before March 15th. While at the hospital, Angela almost immediately takes a turn for the worse, and she was placed on a ventilator and was declared medically brain dead. She sadly passed away on March 18th of 2023. When James's friend and partner of 20 years hears that Angela had passed, he tells investigators that he has a feeling that Angela had been poisoned. James had told the office manager at his practice that he would be receiving a package and he did not want anyone to open it. March 13th, this package arrives at the practice, and an employee opened the package. Inside was a biohazard sticker, and it said potassium cyanide on a circular canister. The office manager resealed the package so James wouldn't have any idea that somebody had seen what he had ordered. And when she Googled potassium cyanide and seen the side effects, she realized that it matched Angela's symptoms. She then calls a colleague to tell them what happens, and this colleague ends up notifying James's business partner, who happens to be on the way to the hospital to give James some moral support. And as soon as this business partner arrives, he lets the nurse know all the details and that they believe that Angela had been poisoned by her husband. After his business partner leaves the hospital, he gets a phone call from James. James tells him that he had heard some disturbing information and asks if his business partner had said anything to the hospital staff. And his business partner is straight up. He says, "I know about the package." He says, "Oh yeah, it was just a ring for Angela that I wanted to surprise her with." He tells James that he knows it's not a ring in the package and asks him why he would buy potassium cyanide. James eventually admits to it that, that's what was in the package, but he tells him that Angela had asked him to order it for her. James says she couldn't order it herself because she didn't have the proper credentials. So he said, "Oh yeah, I ordered it, but I never thought Angela would actually take it." And I think this is the best response from his business partner. He tells James to just stop talking and that he better get a lawyer. So it said that James had a mistress, and she was an orthodontist that lived in Texas. Investigators found multiple emails between him and this lady in Texas, and it was for her to come visit him on the days that his wife was very, very sick and dying in the hospital. This woman was scheduled to visit Denver from March 8th to the 10th, which Angela's previous hospital stay was from March 9th through the 14th. The second flight was for March 16th, the day that Angela went to the hospital and then later died. The flight was purchased on March 4th, the same day that the arsenic was delivered to James's house. James told Angela's sister that he will not allow an autopsy to be done. He says if they couldn't figure out what was making her sick while she was alive, that they don't need to poke at her while she's dead. Investigators do believe that there's more evidence that they'll find. I mean, this all literally just happened and they already have so much information. On March 23rd of 2023, James Craig was charged with first-degree murder in Angela's death. James had been poisoning his wife's protein shakes with arsenic and potassium cyanide. His computer showed YouTube searches for top 5 undetectable poisons that show no signs of foul play, and how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human. James also had a separate email that he was using to order these poisons and also to talk to his mistress that was living in Texas. But yeah, this whole story is just unreal to me. I mean, if you're unhappy in the marriage, why not just get divorced? And I know it's not really ever that easy, but Angela did not deserve to have her life taken away. Now, all 6 of their kids don't have either one of their parents. He deserves to go to prison. I hope that's, I mean, it's feels like there's lots of evidence, so they'll be able to prove that, that's the sentence that he deserves. It's just so sad. Everything that I've seen, there was so much positive, happy things about who Angela was as a person and all the good she was doing for the world. And she loved her kids and she loved going to church and doing all these great things. And this man selfishly took away her life. But yeah, I don't know, just a crazy, sad story. Really feel bad for all of these kids. It's just so tragic and all of it senseless. But yeah, I think that's all I really have for today. I want to hear all of your opinions. I mean, I think that there's so much evidence that proves that he is definitely guilty. I want to hear what all of you think, though. And please comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.